Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, we are going to be exploring the mystery and the secret outcome that can actually happen at Catfish Jackson, one of the home robberies in Red Dead Redemption 2. So if you guys want to try this for yourself, you're going to need to head to the very southern part of the map below the Braithwaite Manor. Catfish Jackson is almost at the water line. So you have to go down pretty far south in order to get to this place. And it's essentially a home robbery that has a very unique twist. And upon entering the house for the first time, you'll hear this.
Enough? All I had enough of is you.
We ain't had food in the keep for weeks.
Well, you ain't a babe in the crib no more. You full grown now, boy. Stop pulling in your pieces.
You'd only gamble or piss it away if I did.
You damn maggot. Who the hell you think you talking to? You need to learn some respect.
This is why Ma left. Look what happened to you. Pa, there's someone in the house.
Nate, go to your room.
Yes, Pa.
Get on out of here. Get on out, you hear me?
Whoa there, partner. Just take it easy.
Get the hell out of my house. Now! I said get the hell out of here. I won't tell you again.
So you can see that you walk in here on a father and a son having an argument, and the father seems to be drinking and abusive, and he actually hits the son, who we know is named Nate. And this is the first encounter you can have. Now, I'm going to be showing you guys all three encounters as well as a secret outcome. So the first thing that you could do is just simply walk away. You could obey this guy's request to walk away, and if you do so, all is normal. They won't chase you or anything like that. You just simply leave. So that's a pretty boring outcome right there, but that is the first thing that you can ultimately do. Now, the second time you arrive at the house, you can actually have a slightly different outcome. Now, what I did is I actually saved before entering the first time, so I was able to go back and replicate all the different scenarios. So I went and visited the house again for the second time, and if you do that after visiting the first time, if you don't kill anyone, you'll actually have the option to take out either the father or the son. Now, upon visiting that next time, you'll actually find the father passed out on the front of the porch. He is like drinking in a rocking chair, and he is fast asleep. So we actually went around back, and you can find the son in his bedroom. And this is the conversation that takes place.
Hey, what are you doing in here? Pa, get in here, quick!
Hey, relax. I ain't gonna hurt you.
You can't be in here. You need to leave.
Get out of my house. Away from him.
So you can see there that after threatening the son, the father wakes up from his drunken slumber in his rocking chair and comes to rescue him. And he actually tackles us, but of course we can tackle him back. And I ended up hog-tying him right there. And then from there, I actually killed the son. It was incredibly cruel of me, but I ended up killing this guy's son. And then once that happens, it actually prompts the ability for you to find the treasure in this house. Because this is a house robbery, there is sort of like a prize to get here. The first is actually a double-barrel shotgun, which is quite nice. If you don't own one, it is a good weapon to get. And then, of course, there's $50 underneath the chimney. And this entire time, the dad is like, you killed my boy, you know, I'm going to make you pay for what you've done here. It's pretty crazy. And one of the secret encounters we can have is if we actually come back on another visit. If we free the father and don't kill him, we just leave him there. So that's exactly what we did next. We ended up sleeping throughout the night. We ended up returning to Catfish Jackson, and you can hear the father have this conversation with himself.
I couldn't keep your mama, and I couldn't protect you. She doesn't know. She can't know. I should be the one dead, not you. You come back here after what you done? You took my boy from me.
So it looks like the father is grieving in one of the few ways he knows how, and that is sleeping and drinking. A pretty sad tale, and that is one of our secret outcomes right there. You might not have known that if you come back, the father will actually be in a state of grieving, and that's kind of crazy. So that finishes outcome number 2, where you visit for the first time and you kill the son. Remember, our first outcome was visiting for the first time and just leaving. And before I wanted to try the third sequence, I thought it would be interesting to check the rest of the house because there is a lot of goodies here. There's another lockbox that has $25. There's a ton of provisions as well. And there's also a really sad letter that you can read from Nate's mother. It actually says this. Letter to Nate from Mama. Dearest Nate, I don't know how many letters I've written now, but I won't stop trying. Even the act of writing feels like some connection to you, which is certainly better than none. I can understand how hurt and angry you must be for walking out on you like I did, but I promise that I love you with all my heart. I just couldn't take it a day longer. You know your father's temper, especially when he was drinking, which was all the time at the end. I found work and am renting a small house. Just give me the word and I will send for you. We can both start again. Love always, Mama. So I think that adds just to the sad nature of this story. It was a pretty messed up household that son, Nate, was ultimately living in. It definitely didn't sound like the father was a really good person. You do feel bad for him if you end up killing Nate, obviously, but it sounds like he wasn't the greatest person. Again, you can check the rest of the house. There's a lot of different provisions. Now what we're going to do is embark on outcome number 3. So we're going to do the exact same thing, show up to the house and leave, and then return where instead of killing Nate, this time we are actually going to kill the father and see what happens. So this time was actually pretty easy. The father was on the front porch, and we actually had this conversation with him before putting him to his doom.
Same shit, different day, I see.
You? How dare you come back here?
Let's all calm down here.
Hey, get the hell off my property. I said get the hell out.
Son of a bitch.
Pa, are you there? No, please don't kill me. Take whatever you want, just leave.
Tell me where you keep the money or I swear I'll kill you right there.
The chimney. It's in the chimney. Just please don't hurt me. Pa! No!
So if you kill Nate's dad instead of him, he'll actually tell you where the treasure is, which we already knew was in the chimney. So that was pretty easy to find. And you can actually have another conversation with Nate after you take the money, which is kind of interesting. Take a listen to this.
It was him or me, and I chose him.
What am I gonna do now? He's all I had left.
You shut the hell up, or I'll make sure you join your daddy soon enough.
So after you have that interaction with him, we're going to come back one more time to see what Nate does if we return. And what he did was pretty shocking. Watch this.
What the hell? Oh, I'm ready for you this time, you son of a bitch! What the hell? Jesus!
So little Nate was ready this time. He actually had a knife with him on his bed, and he was prepared for us to come back. Unfortunately for him, we were prepared too, and we ended up hog-tying him. Now, if you un-hog-tie him, he will beat you up. He'll start to follow you outside the house. In fact, he'll follow you pretty much wherever you go. But that right there is the mystery and the secret outcomes of the Catfish Jackson home robbery in Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, what's also interesting is if you choose to spare the son, if you keep Nate alive, and then you actually finish out the epilogue, which remember takes place 7 years later, 8 years later, if you come back to Catfish Jackson, you'll find Nate much older, and he will have picked up on his father's bad habits, drinking and just basically sleeping and doing nothing. He'll be sitting alone on the couch just drinking, and I wonder if that's what he's been doing for the last 7 or 8 years of his life. So that's another secret ending that you might not have known about too. But anyways, that's all the info that I've got for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. That right there is the mystery and the secret outcomes of the Catfish Jackson home robbery in Red Dead Redemption 2. As always, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think and more. If you did go on to enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care. And I'll see you guys in the next video.